everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bunker Designs, and today I've got my first holiday catalog project to show you. This is a hand sanitizer holder. Can you see it in there? It's kind of a different design than the ones I've done before, but I think it's really cute. The products from this project come from the new Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. If you need one of these, let me know. I'll be happy to send you one. It goes from September 4th through the end of December 2019, and it is amazing. Okay, well, let's get started. We're going to make the holder first. And I chose gray granite cardstock because the paper that we're using is from the Gather Together Designer Series paper, or Come Together Designer Series paper that coordinates with the Gather Together stamp set. And you can see it's got some fall colors on one side. And then these are my two favorite patterns from the whole pack, a wood grain and a polka dot. And they are gray granite based, so they match the cardstock perfectly. Okay, so we're going to need our Simply Scored, which of course is across the room, and you're going to need a piece of gray granite cardstock that measures 3 by 11, and we're just going to score it at 5 and 6. Then you're going to need another piece of gray granite cardstock that is 4.5 by 3, and on the 4.5 side, we're going to score it at 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, now we're going to cut the hole right here to make an opening for a hand sanitizer to fit. And the thing that I have found the best is a scalloped oval. I've made many hand sanitizer holders in my day, and this seems to be the one that fits it best. This is from Bath & Body Works. They're all the same size. So no matter what flavor you get, they all will fit in here. Now, it doesn't really matter which segment you cut this hole in, because most of it's going to be covered. You can see we're going to put adhesive on this skinny strip and adhere it like that. But I prefer to have this part facing the back. So that means that the one right next to it is where we want to cut that oval. Okay, so here's the skinny strip, and we're going to put this scalloped oval right here. And it just barely fits in there, okay? So don't be worried if you pull out your scalloped oval and you think, ooh, this is not gonna fit. You can see how it just barely fits between those score lines. It's actually perfect. All right, now we're going to put some adhesive. Make sure you have burnished all of those lines. Make them nice and folded. Take your tear and tape and run your tear and tape along that skinny tab right there. It just tears right off. And then we're going to fold this over like that, and we've got that box. And let's check it out. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to sit down here in our holder. But first, let's decorate the front before we put it all together. Now, like I told you, the paper that I'm using is from the Come Together Designer Series paper, and it is really good for fall. We're going to adhere the first piece, which is 2 7/8 by 3 at the top, and then we're going to adhere the other piece, which is also 2 7/8 by 2 at the bottom. And then I've just got a strip of Cajun Craze cardstock, 1/2 inch by 3, and it's going to go right here. Now, don't worry if you didn't hear all those measurements. I will have them over on my blog for you. This is a video you'll find on a Facebook Live kickoff for the holiday catalog, and there'll be a PDF there with all of these measurements and the supplies. Now, I'm going to take my 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch a hole towards the top, and then I'm going to line it up here, and I'm going to punch it again. That way I'm ensured that they are even, okay? All right, now let's do our cute little pieces. The first thing we're gonna do is stamp that pumpkin in gray granite on very vanilla cardstock. And I'm gonna take my dark gray granite Stampin' Blend and color in that stem. Now this gray granite, you may think gray for a pumpkin, but this is a brown-ish gray, if that makes sense, like a taupe. It's a little bit brown, so it works fine. If you want to do your pumpkin a different color, go for it. There's no rules about this, whatever you want to do. Now, the stamps that we're using, Gather Together, has coordinating dies, of course. Yay, we love that. And we're going to take the pumpkin and put it right there on my die cut machine. And then I'm going to take the smaller leaf and I'm going to do a soft suede. And let's see, we're going to do the largest leaf on crushed curry cardstock. Now these leaves, you'll see that they're solid, and that's because they also emboss. They cut and emboss. So the inside of the leaves will have texture, which is really cool. Let's see, hopefully you can see that. Really neat. And they cut beautifully. And here's the brown one, the soft suede. All right, now let's get our pumpkin out of there. Put all those back so I don't lose them. And we're ready to layer up. All right, bring this holder back over here. And I'm going to put my soft suede leaf on flat. Oh, before I do that, I almost forgot. Here is kind of a wheat stamp. I don't know, guys, it's some kind of foliage. And I'm going to stamp that right back here in gray granite. Then I'm going to attach my leaf right here. I'm going to do that one flat, and then I'm going to get a dimensional, a Stampin' Dimensional, and adhere this crushed curry leaf right here, kind of up. And then I'm going to grab one of these leaf trinkets. Now when you get them, they come in silver and bronze, but I've used all my bronze ones up. So don't be fooled by all the silver ones. It'll come half and half, and either one would look just fine with this project. And we'll put this one kind of right there. Doesn't that look neat? Just a good variety of different things. And then our little white pumpkin or vanilla pumpkin. And we'll put that, let's put it up a little bit higher like that. Love it so much. Now, I've got a little tiny strip, if I haven't lost it, a tiny strip. It's a little bit wider than 1/4 of an inch, but it's less than 1/2 inch. So that is 3/8 of an inch. And I am going to stamp the sentiment, I have it upside down, in gray granite. So glad to have you in my life. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. And I'm going to take my scissors and just do a little snip right there and a little snip right there from each corner, and that gives you a perfect flag end. On these little skinny pieces, it's hard to use a punch, but your scissors can do the job too. All right, now grab your bone folder and just really kind of break down that cardstock. Okay, kind of make it wrinkly and kind of loose, and then when you feel like you've done enough, curl these flag points up like that. Now get too many dimensionals, not too many, too many Stampin' Dimensionals. You guys, my nails are all broken right now. I'm having the hardest time getting off the backings of my Stampin' Dimensionals. And then we're going to just adhere it right like that. Isn't that cute? Gives you some dimensions, kind of rustic. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, now let's get our box, and we're going to put tear and tape right here. You know, these hand sanitizers make great gifts. If you've never been to Bath & Body Works, they make them for every season, for every occasion. I mean, you can find a hand sanitizer mini for just about any occasion. And they're only $1. So perfect little favors if you don't want to do candy or sweets. It's the perfect favor for this time of year. And when I bought this one, it was still summer, but they had, pumpkin. But I'm sure in the fall they will have, oh goodness, got to get it centered. But in the fall they'll have all kinds of different flavors you could use. All right, so there, now we have it. It looks like Mine's a little bit too wide. Do you guys see that? All right, pretend like you don't see it. Make sure your paper is cut exactly at 3 inches. In fact, you may even want to do 2 7/8 just to make sure that it doesn't poke out like that. Now, this is the come together or gather together ribbon combo, and it's got this wide piece. They come together in one pack. You've got this wide piece, and then you've got this fun Cajun craze linen thread. I love it. It's rustic. It's just perfect for this kind of project. All right, we're going to tie those ends together, and ta-da! It'll hold it together. We can kind of shorten those a little bit so they're not too crazy. And there we go. All right, what do you guys think? How fun and pretty easy, right? Those would make great party favors or just fun treats for your friends or your coworkers in the fall. And maybe you want to help everybody to remember to not spread the flu. You can give them all a fun, beautiful little hand sanitizer gift, and hopefully everybody will stay well this year. You guys hop over to my blog, get the PDF and all the measurements, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.